How many times, guys, being bow hunters, have you been approached by a non-archery guy and say, "What's that funny thing sticking off the front of your bow?" Well, that's a stabilizer. We know that. You know, we get that all the time. It's like, what does that thing do? It looks like a barrel or a Gatling gun or what have you. But you know, a lot of people don't even really know what a stabilizer does. A stabilizer does a couple of things, and it's very important actually. It's usually the most forward piece on a bow, so all the oscillation and vibration from the bow travels forward. Not so much these days with parallel limbs, but it reduces the vibration of the bow because it absorbs the energy from the bow. And today's stabilizers have a lot of navcom in there, a lot of rubber materials, and it deadens the shot. So a stabilizer does that. That's one thing it does. But when you produce mass weight to the front of the bow, it changes the balance of the bow, and it changes your oscillations when you're aiming. So stabilizer length and weight has a big effect on the way the bow points, aims, shoots, and feels. So you have to play with a bunch of different kinds to get by. You don't have to have a stabilizer on there, but if it makes your shot better and you're splitting hairs, meaning if it slows your oscillations down and keeps you on rhythm to make a better shot when you're aiming, and then after the shot it's absorbing the energy and it quietens that bow down so that it's a quiet bow, quiet shot, and has a low vibration so that it feels better. Those things are all pluses in your corner. Now let's take a look at a couple of these right quick. You have one that is just straight navcom. It's going to be an inexpensive stabilizer. This is made by Limb Saver, and it absorbs a lot of the energy. Next one, this is a fuse stabilizer. It incorporates carbon in there, and a lot of these are nodes made of navcom that really deaden the shot. And these come in different lengths, anywhere from 6 inches all the way to 12 inches, so that you can customize it based on the type of bow that you're shooting. One bow may like a 6-inch one, whereas another bow may like a 12-inch, just the way it balances and the way the mass weight feels in your bow. And we've all seen this, guys who shoot in tournament stabilizers. They're like, well, why are they shooting this? Well, the longer it is, this is actually lighter than this one. But the reason why we shoot a longer one is because of leverage. The farther it is out there, just like a guy tightrope, walking a tightrope, it's leverage. It gives you balance and it helps slow those oscillations down. So most of the time, a long light stabilizer is going to help you a lot as far as your oscillations. But feasibly, you can't really hunt with that because you get it hung on every muscadine vine or every limb or in your tree stand every time you tried to shoot. So it's not really feasible. But usually the longer ones do slow your oscillations down and does help your accuracy. But be careful when you're picking your stabilizer. Just don't grab one and throw it on there. You can really tighten your groups and kill a lot of the vibration by spending a little time and being choosy on your stabilizer.